Hey guys, if you do some research on American history, you'll be surprised that the true American history is being hid from you. See, I attended a godless, liberal, government run, socialist indoctrinating public school system. And they basically withheld information from me. And when I got out of school and I was able to become a free thinker, I was, what's the word I'm looking to as I tap my finger to my chin, shocked by how Christian this nation was with its founders, the Constitution Declaration. For example, in 1832, there was a bill called the Bank Renewal Bill, similar to how we have the Federal Reserve System right now, which is not really constitutional at all. And President Andrew Jackson vetoed that bill because it prevented the establishment of the Bank of the United States, recognizing that a federal bank would be detrimental to the freedom of America. So Andrew Jackson, I'll give you a little lesson on Andrew Jackson here. I've done some research on him. Here's some quotes that he said. He was very Christian. He said about the Federal Bank Act, where it would establish a bank in the United States. He said, there are no necessary evils in government. Its evils exist only in its abuses. If it would continue itself to equal protection and watch how he quotes from the Bible here, and as heaven does, it rains, showers its favors alike on the high and the low, the rich and the poor, it would be an unqualified blessing. In the act before me, there seems to be a wide and unnecessary departure from these just principles. So he basically vetoed this act that would set up like a Federal Reserve type system, a federal bank. On his inaugural address, his second inaugural address in 1833, March 4th, this is what he said, President Andrew Jackson. I bet you didn't know this. I bet your government-run, godless, liberal, indoctrinating public schools didn't teach you this. Listen. Finally, it is my fervent prayer to that Almighty Being that He will so overrule all my intentions and actions and inspire the hearts of my fellow citizens that we may be preserved from dangers of all kinds and continue forever a united, happy people. Now, what was amazing is there was an assassination attempt on his life. So they tried to kill Andrew Jackson. And it was 1835, and the assassination attempt was set to kill President Andrew Jackson. And a bearded man at point blank range, I mean right up in front of him, fired two pistols at him. But get this, you guys, for some reason the guns failed to discharge. And the King of England heard of the incident and expressed his concern. They actually found the letters that President Jackson wrote back. These are all historical documents. And here's what President Jackson wrote back to the King of England about the assassination attempt on his life. He said, quote, "A kind of providence had been pleased to shield me against the recent attempt upon my life, and irresistibly carried many minds to the belief in a superintending providence." Unquote. So you have this assassination attempt on Andrew Jackson's life with two pistols, and both of them discharged the wrong way, and he's not killed. They have actual letters that they found where he had written to his wife. This is what Andrew Jackson said in 1837 with his farewell address. He said, quote, "You have the highest of human trust committed to your care. Providence has showered on this favored land blessings without number, and has chosen you as the guardians of freedom, to preserve it for the benefit of the human race. May He, and He is capitalized, who holds in His hands, and His is capitalized, the destinies of nations, make you worthy of the favors. He has bestowed and enabled you with pure hearts and hands and sleepless vigilance to guard and defend to the end of time the great change He has committed to your keeping." So they always talked about God, Jesus Christ. Listen to this. There was a party, like a little party in someone's house, like a little Sunday lunch, and there was a guest there named Peter Cartwright. Now, if you do some research on Peter Cartwright, he was a famous Methodist. He was one of those circuit riding preachers that would go all around the country. And he was invited by Andrew Jackson to be a guest in his home for Sunday lunch. Now, there was another guest there that was a young lawyer, and he was very anti-Christian, anti-God, and watch what Andrew Jackson sticks up for Peter Cartwright, because this lawyer starts attacking Peter Cartwright for his belief in God, right? And the lawyer was from Nashville, and he attempted to draw Cartwright into an argument. So he's trying to draw Cartwright, the preacher, into an argument, and he asked, "Mr. Cartwright, do you believe there is any such place as hell, a place of torment?" Cartwright replied, "Yes, I do." Laughing and mocking at Peter Cartwright, the young lawyer responded, "Well, I thank God I have too much sense to believe in such a thing." Now, Andrew Jackson hears this disrespect for this preacher and God, and Andrew Jackson goes over there. Watch how politically incorrect he is. God bless Andrew Jackson and men like him. He says, Andrew Jackson was unable to hold his composure any longer and sternly addressed the lawyer, saying, quote, "Well, sir, I thank God that there is such a place of torment as hell." The astonished young lawyer responded, "Why, General Jackson, what do you want with such a place as hell?" And get what Andrew Jackson says. Jackson confronted him, saying, "To put such damned rascals as you are in, that oppose and vilify the Christian religion." And the young man, the attorney, embarrassed, left the room. This is the true history of Andrew Jackson.